Hello there, and welcome back to Miss Betty's Bubble with me, Miss Betty. It's so good to see you. Today, I want to talk about change. Change is not always fun. As a matter of fact, sometimes change can be a little scary. And sometimes when we deal with scary things, we react in different ways. Everyone does not react the same way to change. And we're going to find out today in this book. There was some changes going on, and there were different opinions regarding the changes. And you're going to find out that sometimes, even as grown-ups, we don't always get it right. The name of my book today is Jamaica's Blue Marker. And this book is by Juanita Havel, illustrated by Anne Sibley O'Brien. Jamaica's Blue Marker. Huh? Huh? Oh, wow. Hi, Blue. Can you say hi? Can you say hello? Oh, what, Blue? Say hi to the people, Blue. Oh, Blue says hello. Oh, wow. Oh, you're right. Blue says, I'm talking about a blue marker, and his name is Blue. Yeah, I told you guys, Blue loves to hear stories. You what? That makes me so happy. Blue heard that I was about to read a story, and so Blue wanted to listen as well. I love that, Blue. All right. So, Blue, it's kind of hard for me to read a story if I'm holding your pot. Can I put you down for a minute so that I can read the story? Is that okay? Okay, Blue. Blue is so understanding, and he's polite. All right, Blue, I'm gonna sit you down right here. Thank you, Blue. All right. Do you remember our story and the name of it? Jamaica's Blue Marker. You listening, Blue? Okay. Jamaica closed her eyes and thought about her picture. Mrs. Worth always said to think first and then draw. Jamaica opened her eyes and drew a tree on her big sheet of paper. Then she drew leaves falling off the tree and colored them yellow. Jamaica, Miss Worth said, could you please share your markers with Russell? He doesn't have any. He never has anything he needs, Jamaica thought. But she said, okay, even though she didn't want to share her markers with him. Russell brought his paper to Jamaica's table. He sat down beside her and grabbed her blue marker. Jamaica picked up her brown and orange markers to finish her picture. She didn't pay any attention to Russell. After a while, she peeked at his paper. Russell was making squiggly circles all over his page. "We're supposed to draw a fall picture, Russell," Jamaica said. "Who says?" "Mrs. Worth, don't you ever listen?" "I don't have to." Russell reached out with the blue marker and made a streak across Jamaica's picture. "Russell, stop!" Jamaica shouted. But Russell scribbled all over Jamaica's yellow-leafed tree. "Mrs. Worth," Jamaica cried, "Russell wrecked my picture." Mrs. Worth hurried over to the table. "Russell, did you do this?" She held up Jamaica's picture. Mrs. Worth couldn't get Russell to say, "I'm sorry." He had to go sit alone and work on spelling until art was over. "Look what Russell did," Jamaica showed her father and brother when she got home. "I tried, but I couldn't make another one as good as this." When she looked at the ugly blue squiggles, she had to swallow hard not to cry. "Russell is a mean brat. Did you tell Mrs. Worth what happened?" her father asked. Jamaica nodded. "Russell can't use my markers again. I shared with him because he didn't have any. He never has what he's supposed to have. But that's no reason to be mean." "No," her father said. "Russell shouldn't have messed up your picture." The next time they had art, Jamaica was glad that Russell didn't sit at her table. Then he couldn't bother her, and she didn't have to share her markers with him either. But at recess, Russell threw sand at her and chased 2 second-grade girls, so he had to go to the office. Before he came back, Mrs. Worth said, "I would like to tell you something. Can you keep a secret?" "Yes," Jamaica shouted with her classmates. "We're going to have a going-away party for Russell on Friday. His father has a new job in another town. They will be moving over the weekend. I thought you might like to make a card to say goodbye. Then Russell will have something to remember us by." Mrs. Worth passed out paper. Then she showed everyone how to fold the paper into a card. Jamaica didn't want to make a card for Russell. She was glad he was moving. Then he wouldn't bother her anymore. She put the paper in her desk. At supper, Jamaica said, "I like living here. I like my house, and my room and the tree in the front yard. I like my school too. I'm glad you do, her mother said. I wouldn't like to move. Who said anything about moving? Ossie asked. Russell is moving, Jamaica said. Lucky you. He won't mess up your pictures anymore, Ossie said. I wonder how Russell is feeling about moving, Dad said. He might be upset. Has he talked about it? Russell doesn't say anything. He just gets in trouble, Jamaica said. Russell didn't come to class on Friday morning. He was with his mother in the office. Jamaica looked at his empty desk. Next week, Russell would be gone. He wouldn't be at his desk ever again. She decided to make a card for Russell. She got out the blank card and her markers too. But just then, Mrs. Worth asked, Who are my helpers for this week? Jamaica raised her hand. Jamaica, could you collect the cards and put them in Russell's desk? Brianna and Thomas, I'd like for you to clear the activity plates. Let me read that again. Brianna and Thomas, I'd like for you to clear the activity table for the plates and the cups. Jamaica went from desk to desk to pick up the cards. She put the whole stack in Russell's desk. As she closed his desk, Russell came in with his mother. The party started. They played games for a while and ate cake. Russell opened his desk and took out all the cards. Look, Mom, everybody made a card for me. Not everybody, Jamaica thought. She took the blue marker out of her marker bag. Then she ran up to Russell. This is for you, Russell. She handed him the marker. You can use it at your new school. I love that. But you might need it, he said. You like to draw. You draw the best pictures in the class. What if you have to color the sky? Someone will share with me. Thanks, he said. You're lucky. You get to stay here. Now Jamaica knew how Russell felt about moving. I wish you didn't have to move, she said. When Jamaica waved goodbye to Russell, she noticed that his mother was carrying his goodbye cards. Russell held up the blue marker and waved it as if he'd won a prize. Goodbye, Russell. I'll miss you, Jamaica said. And she meant it. The end. I love that. And like I said at the beginning, sometimes parents don't always get it right. And sometimes, as children, you don't always get it right. Just like as I was reading, I made a little mistake while I was reading. I don't always get it right. But guess what? That's okay. It's okay. We're all entitled to make mistakes. I'm so glad. Oh, excuse me. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Blue said, even he has made mistakes. That was so sweet of you to acknowledge that. Because sometimes we're afraid to acknowledge that we made a mistake. That's awesome. That's why I love my friends. I love Blue. And until next time, I will see you right here on Miss Betty's Bubble. Mwah.